Hey, so this is a little bit different from my last videos where they were more about like game design and stuff. I kind of just want to chill out and talk about video game music because I feel like that's one of the most underrated and underappreciated aspects of video games. You know, like a lot of people will clown on others for like listening to video game soundtracks, and I'll admit, like back in high school where like you feel like you're scrutinized for everything, like I kind of stopped listening to video game soundtracks, but I've jumped back into it over the past couple of months, and I forgot like how important video game music really is to video games. So today I just want to list off like 10 of my favorite video game music moments, and I mean, leave your favorites down in the comments below. Like, I'm very interested to see because I know mine are going to be way different from yours, so I'm excited. Alright, so I think I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about like one of the most iconic and memed musical moments in video games, and that's the metalgearsolid 3 ladder climb. Like, this is a moment where the music saves it, because when you really think about it, like, this is a very boring moment. Like, it's just you climbing a long ass ladder for like a straight 1 to 2 minutes. But man, as soon as those a cappella versions of like the theme song, they kick in, it becomes totally different. Like, all the emotions of the scene hit you in the gut, and it's vibes. This is something I'm probably going to talk about a lot in this video, just the vibes of something, because this scene is built off of just sheer vibes. Like, you feel cool, but you also feel like a tortured soldier. Like, it's crazy. I mean, speaking of cinematic intros, like what I think is honestly the pinnacle of like cinematic games is the GTA 4 opening, which is really weird because not a lot of people talk about it, but it is, and it's like very boring is what I'm realizing. Like, it's just Nico going from a boat to Liberty City, but man, the music saves it. Like, there's a reason I use that music at the end of my GTA video, card somewhere, by the way, but there's a reason I use that music. It's because it's impactful, it's emotional, it's dramatic. I love the strings. I love how cinematic it feels when like the music changes depending on like what's happening in the scene. Like, I can't imagine going from San Andreas to that. Like, it's a crazy shift, but I mean, it still holds up. Like, I remember playing that as a kid on the Xbox 360 in like 2020, and it still hit me. Like, I was like, oh, this is some serious stuff. Like, I can't wait to play this. Pivoting a little from like, I don't know what else to say. It's like mature games. I want to talk about the Zelda games because, I mean, those are obviously like, if we're talking pinnacle of video game music, those are up there. Because Koji Kondo is like a friggin' genius. He's going to come up a decent amount of times in this video. And it's because I mean, even back on the NES, you think about the Zelda 1 intro, like, no NES game should be that cool and epic. Like, it's crazy. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm thinking about editing it, and I'm just like, I remember playing it as a kid. I didn't even like the game. I don't even like the game that much, but the intro is sick. I stand by that. That intro is amazing. Same thing with the Ocarina of Time intro. You can tell, like, Koji Kondo was trying to capture a similar vibe because it was the jump to 3D, but it doesn't feel epic in Ocarina of Time. It feels somber. It feels sad. It feels emotional. You want to know what's going to happen. You want to know why, like, or where Link's going and why he's sad. Like, there's so many layers to it, and it's all conveyed through a Nintendo 64 game. Like, I don't know. Koji Kondo's an insane man. He's a genius. I mean, even jumping to like the Mario series, I think about the end credits of Mario World. Like, for a Super Nintendo game, that should not have been as cool as it was. You know what I mean? Because it starts off like all low-key, like, yeah, you just saved the princess from Bowser. And then it starts going into like the enemies, and it starts like rolling them off, and the music hypes up, and it like jumps a bit, and it's fun, it's satisfying. Oh my god, it is so satisfying. I wish, like, if I finished like a menial life chore task, like if I made my bed, like, I wish that song played afterwards. I'd make my bed a lot more, to be honest. But I don't know, man. It's so good. It's so good. That's something, I'm not great at describing music. It's probably makes me question why I made this video, but I know for a fact that other people feel the same way I do in regards to like how the music makes them feel. It just feels good, you know what I mean? And I mean, I wish I was a kid back in the 90s and I got to experience that ending, because it's just like, it's bliss, you know what I mean? It is pure bliss. Like, you feel like you've just gone on a fun adventure. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be complaining that much, because I mean, Mario Odyssey's Nudong City Festival, like, that was really a moment in gaming, you know what I mean? I remember having an iPhone 4, because I didn't have like a really good cell phone. Keep in mind, it was like 2017. But all I had was iTunes on my phone. So I ended up buying Jump Up Superstar on iTunes and listening to that on the bus, because I was really lame. But I remember it got me so excited to play Mario Odyssey. And when that moment actually happened in the game, like, dude, it was just blissful, man. It was incredible. I loved that game. And that's like, if we're talking about pure fun distilled to like a solid 5 minutes, it's that moment in Mario Odyssey. Like, it's incredible. And we all, like, everyone who's played Mario Odyssey knows about that moment. Like, it was part of all the marketing, all the ads, but it's so strong. Like, it's easily one of the best Nintendo vocal songs, because I know, like, the end of Mario Odyssey has one, I know Smash Ultimate has one, and they're all kind of like, alright, like, I'm not gonna listen to this, I'm not gonna put this on the aux, you know what I mean? But Jump Up Superstar, you better believe I am blaring that shit out the windows, okay? It is crazy. I love it. And like, this is why I wish Nintendo put their music on Spotify, because they don't. But meanwhile, Sega has put all their music on Spotify, and so it's allowed me to like revisit the Sonic soundtracks. And I mean, that was the whole reason I made this video in the first place, because I was thinking about like Sonic music, and I ended up re-listening to the Sonic CD soundtrack, which is like incredible. The Japanese one, not the American one. The American one's like good, but the Japanese one is incredible. And I was thinking about, as a kid, playing the Metal Sonic fight on the bus, same iPhone 4, and that song is just so climactic. Like, I'm just thinking about this now. Like, I remember putting my phone in my pocket, keeping it on like the game, like just the beginning of the race, and just walking around, because the song was cool. Like, it was all like peppy and fun, and it gets your blood pumping for like the epic race you're about to go through. And it's good. It's good. Same thing with, there's a very specific moment in Sonic Adventure 1 where it's the level Red Mountain, and it's not the first act, even though I like that song. I like the saxophone bit. I think it's saxophone, I don't know, I'm no musicologist, but I really like Act 2, because you jump down into this like underground volcano, and then they just start like putting these hip-hop drums and this guitar, like, it's crazy. Dude, I love that song, it's great. It makes me a little scared to drive with, though, I'll be honest, though. That's not one I put on the aux, because otherwise I will get into an accident. And I mean, of course there's the like iconic Sonic Adventure 2 City Escape moment where you're just, you know, you're rushing out of the plane, you start the game, you're flying, you're flooping down into City Escape, and then they start blaring that music, and there's like this, it's like this announcer woman saying like, all forces go get Sonic or some shit like that, but it's like the cacophony, I think that's the word. All of that adds up, and it's cool. I'll say it, it's cool. I know no 18-year-old should be this passionate about Sonic, but it's cool. What the hell? I don't care. It's cool. So yeah, I mean, off the dome, those are like my 10 favorite video game moments, or musical moments, and I don't know, I'm really, I'm always impressed by the fact that it takes all these programmers and composers and artists, and they all gotta like combine together to create one single musical moment that just hits you, that's just burned in your brain. Like, that's incredible. When you really think about it, like, AI could never do that, you know what I mean? Or at least I hope it can. If it can, God have mercy on our souls. But I love thinking about that. I love thinking about the artistic process and all that. So, yeah, put your favorite musical moments down in the comments. I'm gonna go listen to some music, you know, play this guitar I don't know how to play. This is just set dressing, dude. I have no idea. I am not good on the 6 strings, okay? And I'll see you later. Bye.